Have you created your own personal brand? Welcome to JustWorld YouTube channel, where we live, learn, adventure, and charity. We talk about finances, personal development, travel, and charity. If you're part of the family, whether a subscriber or the Premier Gang, thank you so much for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. If you're new, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of our weekly videos. In today's video, we're going to talk about personal branding. What is your personal brand? This is how you present yourself, your skills, experience, knowledge, and goals to other people, depending as to whether career, business, or personal branding. That is to say, what makes you stand out from the others. The first question we ask yourself: how have you answered the first question? Comment down below or note it down on your notebook as to how you brand yourself. For instance, when you're doing your branding, how is your statement? Is it strong, descriptive, short, and catchy? Or are you making people try to understand what you're actually trying to communicate? Perhaps you should ask yourself, do you consider yourself a brand? If you view yourself as a brand, then your effectiveness will be significantly enhanced, both at work and personal life. When you understand yourself from the perspective of how others see and interact with you, then you can begin to integrate all aspects of yourself into a consistent, authentic you. What makes creating a brand critical? The question is, why you? Personal branding helps individuals become conscious of their differences, ultimately allowing them to position themselves in a way that makes them stand out from the others. Do you stand out from the crowd? And what is that thing that makes you stand out from the crowd? Comment down below or write it down on your notebook. Let us talk about personal branding when it comes to content creation. We may consider 4 steps that involves discovering yourself, integrating, and creating content that is engaging. What impact are you giving to the society? Is personal branding for everyone? Well, it's not about the number of likes or shares. It's about the content you are consciously creating to reflect who you are and what you're doing and what you want to communicate. There are a number of different types of personal brand, and nearly everyone will fit into one of them. The question is, have you identified where you fit? And is it in line with your passion and goals? Write it down on your notes. You don't have to comment down below. The 4 steps still apply to either when you're doing business or when you're in employment. Building your personal brand can be split into key principles like 1. Consistency. Start by defining your area of expertise or what you want to be known for. The next thing is frequency. After you've nailed down your area of expertise, talk about it frequently. 3. Visibility. Let the people hear, see, or know you by whichever means possible. Ask yourself, how do you introduce yourself as a brand? You can consider the 5 tips. That is, define your brand and become an expert. 2. Establish a presence. 3. Generate brand awareness through networking. 4. Remember the 4 C's of branding. That is consistency, clarity, and character. 5. Get feedback from those who know you best, at work, at home, anywhere. The next thing is, how do I sell myself as a brand? You may consider the following. Identify specific target markets. Know your marketplace. Be visible. Become a source of relevant information. Always give something back to your profession and community. Practice network etiquette. The next thing is, how do you create a brand template? Before you start to build your brand strategy template, you may consider 1. Outline your brand purpose. 2. Share your core values. 3. Flesh out your target audience and its needs with detailed buyer personas. 4. Define your brand mission and vision. 5. State how your brand differentiates itself from competitors. Next thing is, how can I promote my brand? Here are a few tips on how to promote your brand. 1. Have a powerful brand presence physically. 2. Your brand must appeal to people intellectually. 3. Promote your brand content on social media. 4. Don't over-promote. 5. Prove that your brand is here to stay. Next thing, there are tips to developing your personal brand. 1. Figure out who you are. 2. Determine what you want to be known for. 3. Define your audience. 4. Research your desired industry and follow the experts. 5. Ask for informational interviews. 6. Embrace networking. 7. Ask for recommendations. 8. Grow your online presence. On the next part, we can talk about branding mistakes you do not want to make. 1. Not knowing you before building your brand. Before you build your brand, make sure you know who you are and what you represent. When you build your brand, you need to be your authentic self. Nobody trusts a faker. 2. Not setting specific goals for establishing your brand. You're creating a personal brand and marketing yourself to accomplish goals. Write down at least 3 goals and a timeline. New job, higher salary, more clients, becoming a paid speaker. Goals, goals, goals. Mistake number 3 is building your brand around someone else's idea of you. Speaking of authenticity, don't build your brand around what your parents, friends, or colleagues think of you. Be you. Focus on everything that makes you unique. The next mistake is thinking you don't need a personal brand. Like it or not, you're a brand. If I asked your boss or client about you, what they honestly think and say about you, that's your brand. The question is, how are you managing your brand? Comment down below. The next mistake is not putting together a plan to manage your personal brand. Speaking of managing your personal brand, do you have a plan? Have you thought through the steps of creating, building, and maintaining your brand? Well, if you haven't, you should. Next mistake is thinking building a brand is quick and easy. You see, planning and managing your brand takes time, and that's okay. The time you put into building your brand will pay off. More clients, higher salary, better job, and more opportunities. Next mistake is not defining a target audience. You need a clearly defined target audience, not a general one. Your audience should be able to help you achieve your goals, either directly or indirectly. Next mistake is not understanding your target audience. You need to understand everything about your target audience, their wants, needs, and desires. The more you know about them, the better chance you have to connect with them. Next mistake is thinking you need a large audience for your brand to work. You don't need a large audience. You have a specific and targeted audience who you engage with and have a relationship with. Your audience will help you achieve your goals because you're providing them with value in return. The size of the ship doesn't matter in this case. Next mistake is not laughing at yourself when you make a mistake. You've made mistakes and you're going to make more. Laugh it off. Don't be afraid to share those mistakes too. Make them part of your story. Have a good laugh with your target audience and ask them to share their mistakes with you. That is, connect and engage. Next mistake is being afraid to stand out from the crowd. Make yourself unique because you are you and there is only one you. The next mistake is worrying about what others think. Stop worrying about what others think. You're not building your brand for the others. You're marketing yourself to a specific group of people who will appreciate what you're doing. Challenge to you now is take a test on your personal branding and look at the mistakes that you could have been making or you are about to make and work on them. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate you for your continued support and we shall continue to honor your request. This video was a request from one or a few of our subscribers and we look forward to more of your feedback as to what kind of content you want to watch on this channel. Once again, if you have not subscribed, kindly hit the subscription button and join the Just family. Remember to also subscribe to our Just Cuisine Kitchen channel for all matters food as we eat and have fun and of course make some money. To participate, kindly hit our DM or comment down below. We have videos on the channel. Kindly visit the channel and watch the videos.